Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 749th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. Russia has lost approximately 427,840 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 970 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 5 tanks, 17 armored combat vehicles, 11 artillery systems, 2 air defense systems, 15 drones, 1 cruise missile, 27 vehicles, and 9 pieces of special equipment. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. There were 70 combat engagements. The enemy launched a total of 2 missile and 68 airstrikes, carried out 37 multiple launch rocket systems attacks at the positions of Ukrainian troops and various settlements. The Ukrainian Air Force launched airstrikes on 7 concentrations of troops, weapons and military equipment of the occupiers. Also, Ukrainian Air Defense Forces destroyed 1 Kh-31 missile. The Ukrainian missile troops hit 1 concentration of enemy troops. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports Russia is focusing attacks in eastern Ukraine, particularly west of Avdiivka and Marinka. While Russia has slowed down from its peak of 600 attacks per week in late February, they are still actively prosecuting attacks along several fronts. The situation is likely to be difficult for Ukrainian forces in the coming weeks as Russia rebuilds its forces and concentrates attacks on key areas. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Ukrainian shortages of ammunition and other war material resulting from delays in the provision of U.S. military assistance may be making the current Ukrainian front line more fragile than the relatively slow Russian advances in various sectors would indicate. The rate of Russian advance west of Avdiivka has recently slowed, although Russian forces likely retain the capability to intensify offensive operations in the area at a moment of their choosing. Ukrainian actors conducted large-scale drone strikes against energy infrastructure and military assets within Russia on the night of March 12 to 13. The governor of the pro-Russian Moldovan autonomous region of Gagauzia, Yevgenia Gutzel, claimed on March 13 that her recent meetings with Russian officials in Russia led to deepening economic ties between Gagauzia and Russia, which the Kremlin likely hopes to exploit as part of its wider efforts to destabilize Moldova and prevent Moldova from joining the EU. Russian sources claimed that Russian forces repelled another limited cross-border incursion by the all-Russian pro-Ukrainian Russian Volunteer Corps, Freedom of Russia Legion, and Siberian Battalion in Belgorod and Kursk oblasts on the night of March 12 and the morning of March 13. Russian authorities continue efforts to censor protests of wives and mothers of mobilized soldiers ahead of the Russian presidential election. Russian forces recently made confirmed advances near Avdiivka. In Zelenskyy's nightly address, reports from various regions in Ukraine highlight the aftermath of Russian strikes and efforts to assist victims. In Sumy, Shah, drone hit a residential building, while Kryvyi Rih faced the consequences of a Russian missile attack. In Donetsk, specifically Myrnarod, an air bomb directly struck a residential building, resulting in loss of life. The government, regional authorities, and emergency services are actively responding to these incidents, providing aid and support to affected individuals. It is crucial that people feel supported during these difficult times, and Ukraine remains committed to helping its citizens across the country. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.